So good morning, everyone. Let's start today's session. Okay. So I have just now logged into my root account, and this is my root account. Today, what we are going to see is we are going to see a small brief about EC2 services. Where we can see the EC2 services, I can see here by searching EC2. Okay. So what is showing EC2? What is showing? Virtual server in the cloud. What is mean by server? It's machine. I will show you step by step. Just focus. Before that, let's discuss about EC2. Okay. EC2. So it stands for see, there is no coding is required. Only basic scripts and Linux command is there. With that, you can able to learn these services. But guys, important thing is that you need to understand how many positions, vacancies are there for DevOps or developer or tester. Then you have to take the decision. Okay. I will discuss that in some time. Let's start. EC2 stands for what? It stands for Elastic Cloud Compute. Okay. Which is one of the service of AWS. Okay. It is one of the demanding service in AWS. Okay. And with this, what we can able to do? With EC2, what we are able to do? We can able to create virtual machine. We are able to create a virtual machine. What we are able to do? We can create virtual machines, which we call instance. If I click here on EC2, first we need to select the region. I have selected Mumbai because we have Mumbai AP South 1. Okay. You can see here, right? Instance. There are so many things there. But our purpose is to understand basic about EC2, not much in detail. Whatever required in EC2 connection, I will explain that because our focus on Linux command. And to install Linux, to work on Linux command, you require one Linux operating system. But we don't have in our machine. Most of people, I am having operating system like Windows. So how we can practice? We require Linux now. So that's the reason I'm using AWS EC2 service where I can create one Linux server and where we will connect to that Linux server and we can do practice. Okay. Otherwise, what is the option then? We have to configure our laptop for practice, where we have to either uninstall operating system like Windows and then install Linux, or other option is you have to do partition in your laptop. In one partition Windows, then another partition Linux operating system. But it will slow down your machine. So better to use this virtual machine. Either you can install Linux into your laptop, or you can use this AWS service. That's the reason I am connecting here. Otherwise, what is the use of cloud computing introduction to AWS, where we are taking Linux session because of this reason. So if I click here, instance, how many instances showing? Nothing is there, right? At this moment, nothing is there. So we need to understand slowly. Okay. I will show you everything one by one. Just you have to focus, guys. Okay. Now, next is, so what is AWS instance? For example, this is your print. This is your EC2 window, EC2 instance, EC2 instance. Okay, which is just a Windows machine. You will configure Windows machine. Okay, so how you will connect? How you will connect? This is under which AWS, na? This is under AWS data center. This is AWS data center. Data center. Okay. So, and you are sitting where? You are sitting in US. You are in US. This is your laptop. This is your laptop. You are the user, and you are where? USA. In USA, you are sitting, and now you want to connect to the this laptop. How you will connect? You have to connect this, na? You have to connect this, and then once you get the connection, then what happen? It will give you some output, na? It will give some output. So to this, what you require basically? You require DNS name. Okay, then what is you required? Username and then password. These three things you require. Then only you are able to connect. How you will connect? Using RDP. What is RDP, guys? RDP is remote desktop connection. Every Windows have this application, remote desktop connection. Once we click here, DNS name we have to pass here, then connect. Then it will ask for that particular username password. Then only you will able to connect from your Windows laptop to AWS machine which we are creating. Okay, this is one of the important thing. Now let's launch one session. How I can launch the session? I want to create one instance. Na? There is no instances running. There is no instances running. See, I am loading. No instances there. Na? So what I will do? I will click on launch instance. Launch instance. Okay. Now what it is asking? Launch an instance. Okay. Launch an instance. See, it is asking you, if you scroll down, it is asking you what operating system you want to launch. Okay. Let me give some name and tag. So let's say AWS demo. AWS demo. Okay. This is our tag name. It is just a name. Okay. If you want more information, you can click here. What is a tag? Is a label that you assign to your AWS resource. Okay. Each tag consists of a key and a value, both which you define. Okay. So we are giving one tag name here. Then next is whatever we want, we can select, right? Let me select one Linux operating system. I can also launch one Windows operating system. But is it helpful for now? Because if I will click here Windows, what will happen? It will ask different RAM, hard disk size. Okay. But it is not helpful for us now because we are practicing what? We are practicing what? We are practicing Linux. So why we will install Windows? We will install Linux AWS. See, this is the flavor, Amazon Linux AWS. When I'm selecting this Linux flavor is provided by Amazon. Okay, yesterday I explained like Red Hat. See, Red Hat company has provided one flavor, Red Hat Linux, Ubuntu. Okay, this is SUSE Linux. Okay, so these are the different flavor. Now Amazon Linux. You can select whatever architecture, right? We have one operating system now. So you can also having in Windows what is the processor size. So this is the thing. So Amazon Linux 2023 is a modern general purpose Linux operating system that comes with 5 years of long-term support. It is optimized for AWS and designed to provide a secure, stable, and high performance execution environment to develop and run your cloud application. So this is machine we are creating. Okay. Then there are different tier services, nano, micro, small. Okay. This is not our time to discuss all these things, but you can consider T2 micro. I will show in one document also. What is the meaning of this T2? I will show you. See, what is T2 micro? T means what? Instance family. Okay. There are 270 plus instance across 40 plus instance of type. Forget about other definition, whatever there. EC2 instance type is compute. What is compute? CPU. You know CPU, right? Memory, disk, and networking. This is called combination. So what is T2 micro? T means instance family. 2 means what is the generation. While purchasing your laptop, 12th generation, 10th generation, you are selecting na. Okay. And then micro. Micros is the size. Size start from what is the range? Nano, then micro, then small, then medium, then large, then extra. So as size increases, CPU, memory, and network capability increases. You know, right? You just imagine with your laptop, 8 GB RAM laptop and 16 GB RAM laptop, 500 GB hard disk laptop, 1 TB hard disk laptop, 1.3 gigahertz processor laptop, and 2.5 gigahertz processor laptop. There is a difference, right, in performance. So these are available here, right? But for practicing, what we need to select, guys? We need to select. What we need to select? We need to select this free tier always to avoid billing. Okay. Never select any other than this. See, I will select T2 Nano, right? What is giving? On demand SUSE based pricing 0.0062 USD per hour. Okay. So while selecting, always select free tier. Free tier is for use for whom? For practicing purpose. They won't charge anything. Okay. But we need to stop the server. There are certain billing parties there. Then according to that, we have to use the service and stop the service. Okay. Now create a key pair service. There are already one key pair is there. What is key pair, guys? What is key pair? You need to select that particular. Let me show you one more time. For example, you have to connect. You require basically a username, password, something, right? Once your machine is configured, where machine will be configured in AWS, in AWS, not in your local. But you have to connect from your local laptop to this AWS cloud. So that time it is asking for key pair, na. So that time you have to be very much careful. Okay. So let me create new pair. I will use this key pair. What I give you the key pair name. Let's say test key. I am giving one test key name. This will be the name of my test key. Okay. This is my name of the test key. Okay. There are two options, na. There are two options. One is PEM file and one is PPK. PPK if we use, then we have putty server. Putty. So putty agent. This is putty. Okay. So we can use that key here and connect that particular server. But I will use PEM key. If you downloading PEM key, how it will work? Putty is not going to accept PEM key. Putty is not going to accept PEM key. Putty always accept PPK file. What is PEM key? What is PPK? Forget. Just understand.